This is your Daily Dose with Dr. D. Here's Dr. Daniela Schreier.
Hi and welcome back. I am Dr. Daniela and you are here to get your Daily Dose. News today, Colorado shooting, focus on James Holmes. As we get more information about the former PhD students in neuroscience, James Holmes, I would like to point out a couple of items that would be important for me in case I would have to establish a psychological profile of Holmes. All the information out there certainly is not really reliable because we get it through a second or third source, which is press information. But let's work with what we got. Number one, what's important, Holmes has a long-standing history of being a very shy young man. Some reports say that he had some friends. Other reports state that he mainly isolated. What we know recently, he was living in an area where he was seen seldom with anybody, mostly alone. He was alone in bars, having his food, traveling alone. This, however, for me would not be very indicative because he might just be a nerdy type. But what was important is that at the age of 24, he absolutely has no internet presence. This is the generation of Facebook and Twitter. However, this young man kept to himself. He didn't share any of his ideas, and this is remarkable and might lead us to the second point. How did he plan his crime? It was premeditated. If you're looking into the events, he had set himself up for succeeding in his mission. It wasn't an impulse-driven crime, but actually the detail and plan that went into this terrible shooting was definitely planned by a man who can look very objectively and cold at a situation, and somebody who has a high level of intelligence. Next to this, what's very important, people say yes, but then he booby-trapped his house and he told police. For me, this has a different meaning. Number one, he didn't kill himself or had the police hunt him down. He was sitting very calmly somewhere waiting for the police to pick him up. For the first time, a man who was described as rather invisible made himself be the center of attention. He was sitting there showing everybody, look, this is how smart I am. I set all that up and now I'm waiting here for you to come. You are so many steps behind me. This is the important thing. He also told police he booby-trapped his home, meaning that it's not a warning sign for them. In my opinion, he didn't tell them because he didn't want to hurt anybody else. He told them to show how brilliant he was and how detailed in his actions. Now even sitting in custody, and we will see more on Monday when he actually is having his day in court, his first appearance in court, he seems not to be very cooperative. His high level of intelligence actually might work against police and law enforcement because he might attempt to play a cat and mouse game. In my opinion, for him right now, it's very important to be the center of attention. And he definitely caught our attention, didn't he? Thanks for being with me today. This was your Daily Dose, and I am Dr. Daniela. Take care.
This has been your Daily Dose with Dr. D. For more, go to drdaniela.com. That's drdaniela.com.